Hello, I'm Breaking Brain. If things have gone wrong, I'm talking to myself, and you've got a wet towel wrapped around your head. Now, whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise. You are not you, you are me. No shit. Hello, my dear friends. Today, Breaking Brain and Total Recall doesn't exist. Did you say sometimes I need your total recall? Or total recall is a useful attribute for people, or maybe I remember every detail of all of it. No, you don't remember. You have a vivid imagination. This doesn't have to be your story because total recall doesn't exist. And second part, it's interview with Vivian from Brazil. And you know, it's not only our imagination, because we have pictures without Photoshop. Stay with us and have fun. Our memories are not ironclad representation of reality, but subjective perceptions. Did you watch Pixar's animation Inside Out? Pixar's movie is a triumph for science education. It's not perfect, but it's still a very clever movie. Right now, you understand why sleep is an important process for learning and storing memories, but your memory isn't as reliable as you might think. Inside Out has managed to teach a generation of kids and adults how memory works. Research by American psychologist Elizabeth Loftus in 1974 has shown that our minds can be manipulated via misinformation effect that implants false memories. Right now, second part. The interview with Vivian from Brazil. Real interview, real memories with real pictures without Photoshop. 1, 2, 3, start. Hello, my dear viewers. Today, special guest from Brazil. Vivian, how are you?
Hi, Basha. I'm great. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and for this interview. My first
Well, thank
question
you.
about your English journey. What and what for you need to develop your English skills?
Well, first of all, I always loved English, and I started learning English when I was a child. But then I really improved more when I went to live in US. I was an exchange student there for 1 year. And then later on, I went back again and studied for 2 years. But the main goal of my English nowadays is to spread the word of the book Universe in Enchantment, the book I sent you, this book here. And it's gorgeous, it's wonderful. I really like this book. And so I want to be able to communicate with people and to spread the word of this book because it's really worth it. That's my main goal today.
Okay. And tell me something more about your American dream, about your experience. What's for you the best and the worst memories from the USA?
Well, the first time when I've lived there twice. The first time I was a teenager, I went as an exchange student, as I said before, and I lived with an American family, and it was wonderful because I could really learn how things work in America and how it is an American style of life. So it was really good, but the bad thing about it, it was the weather there. I lived in Oregon, and the weather is really cold and it rains a lot, and I didn't like very much this part because I'm from a tropical country.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
So
here we have
yeah.
sun almost
Okay.
all every month of the year. So but it was good. It was a good experience indeed. And then later on, about 10 years later, I went back again to California this time. And I lived there for 2 years. and I studied. I went to City College, and I really wanted to improve my English to learn because I'm passionate about this language. And that's the only language I always wanted to learn and to be able to speak fluently.
Yes, yes, I understand, and I really admire your English because sometimes you think it's not so good, but for me it's just excellent, and you are for me
Okay.
like my English hero. And Vivian, because I know
Thank you.
you are so interesting person, and for example, you are an excellent musician too, and you play with band. And tell us, how did you start your musical journey?
Well, thank you for the excellent. I don't think I'm that great, but I started learning the piano when I was a child. I think I was about 8 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And I started learning. And I remember that I played every single day, every spare time I had, I wanted to play, even though I didn't have a piano at home. But my teacher lived nearby, so I could go there every day and practice. And that was my passion, piano. And then after a while, when I started studying this book, Universe's Enchantment, I ended up joining the band, and they have this band to spread the word of the book and to spread the book, because when we play, uh, people stop to watch, and then we give books for free so they can have the opportunity to know it. And so at this time I first started playing drum, and then I started playing the saxophone. Drum, yeah. Um, and I have been playing saxophone since then.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good. I really like it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and for example, do you have your favorite memories with I don't know, this instrumental or another, because sometimes deep in our mind and heart, we have like one special memory about something.
Um, I When I first started playing drum, we traveled. I remember that we traveled to the south of Brazil, and it was wonderful because we got to know different cities, states, and it was very fun. And then when I played the saxophone, I started playing saxophone. We also traveled a lot playing, and I always have wonderful memories because the band is big. It's big. There are about 30, 50. I think there are about 50 components in the band, and we are all friends, and it's a big party for us. So it's always a pleasure to play in this band.
Great. Thank you so much for this conversation, and thank you for your time. And my dear,
Well, thank
like you
you.
see, every time when we started to talk with someone, is just great story and great experience, and really no worries about your skills, no worries about another stuff. Just started to talk with someone, for example, like Vivian or like another wonderful people from Brazil, because it's so funny. Every time when I started to talk with someone in English, usually they lived in Brazil. I don't know.
You like Brazilians.
Probably, yeah, probably it's like a secret. Thank you so much. Take care and see
Well,
how we
thank
can
you so
say
much for having me here.
bye bye to
Bye. See
everyone.
you next
Thank
time.
you. Okay, and this is enough. Thank you so much for your time and for your attention. If you like my channel, please subscribe and like it, and let me know in the comments below what you want to add, or maybe what about do you want to talk with us in the future. Remember, we don't remember. We can use imperfect pictures. We can try to writing about something what you feel or what you saw, but it's still imperfect. When we lost everything, we have only our imperfect memories. Something what you can to do for yourself is prepare really good and positive your subjective imagination about what do you really remember. Thank you so much. Take care and stay safe.